Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. I had a Thanksgiving feast with my dad, my brother, my uncle, and my grandparents, Nana and Pops. But I just kind of want to do a video about something, you know. I made a video like this on one of my older channels back in 2017, but I deleted that channel, and I knew you guys didn't know about those videos, so I thought I'd remake it. I thought I'd just remake it now for this channel that I'm currently using. I was actually planning to do this, you know, sometime yesterday when I got back from my trip to Corpus, which, you know, which the trip in general was not why I'm doing this video. I have other reasons that I'm doing this video, but which I'll get into them. But yeah, I was planning to do this video yesterday sometime, but I was just too tired. Like, I've just been sleeping. I just slept so much yesterday. Like when I got back at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, I unpacked my stuff and got myself situated. Then I crashed, and then I crashed till 8 o'clock. Then I woke up for a couple hours. Then I went back to sleep, and I slept through pretty much the whole night. I woke up again at 5 a.m. because my dad and my uncle were getting the Thanksgiving stuff prepared, and they were talking, and that woke me up. But anyway, I'm just gonna tell you guys why I hate long road trips. What do I mean by long road trips? I don't mean ones that are just 3 hours long or 8 hours long even. Yeah, they can get boring and draggy at times. But at the same time, I can handle them. When it gets to be out of state road trips that require for us to travel out of the state of Texas, that's where it gets to be too freaking overwhelming for me. And one of the main reasons is sometimes you may have to go to the bathroom, right? Let's say you have to go to the bathroom really bad, and you're driving in the middle of nowhere, and it's hard for you to hold it in, you know, and you never know when you're gonna reach the next bathroom. You know, that could cause problems. Another thing is being in a truck for too long, even if you break it up into 2 days, it just causes you to feel tired and sluggish the whole time. That's what happened to me when we went to Florida back in July of 2014. Plus, it's just really, 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 really boring. It gets boring as fuck just sitting in the truck for like freaking 13 to 15 hours at a time. Then you go to a hotel and then you do it again. Like, I can't handle that shit. Plus, even like when you have like electronics with you, you have like your computer or your phone. You might get to a place where there's like hours and hours of no Wi-Fi, and that can get pretty frustrating. You know, I already told you one of the reasons why I wanted to do this rant, which was to remake it. But another reason that I wanted to do this rant is on our way to Mathis on the 25th, my dad was talking how he wanted to take me and my brother out to, I think it was California, like San Francisco, California or something. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Shauna, you should be grateful. Everyone would kill to go to San Francisco, California." I can't handle long road trips like that, guys. Like if someone tried to force me, like one of my parents tried to force me to go on a long road trip, I would just yell at them and just snap at them and just violently tell them why I hate them so fucking much, and like just I would like there would be yelling and tears involved, and it's not good. It's not good arguing with parents about big things like that. And that actually happened to me one time. You know, I told this story in my I hate getting yelled at video. You probably know which one I'm talking about, but I talked about it briefly in that video. I hate getting yelled at. You see what had happened was, you know, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, I think it was like 7:30. It was like pretty early in the morning. I was like laying in bed. I think I was trying to go to sleep actually, because if I remember correctly, my sleep schedule was like flipped. I was going to bed in the morning and waking up in the afternoon. Anyway, I heard my parents arguing. I wasn't sure what they were arguing about, but I heard I heard my dad say something about the RV and cooking breakfast for me. And after my dad left, I decided to go into my mom's room. I'm not sure what made me want to go in there. I guess I just wanted to tell her good morning or something, or I can't really remember, but when I went in there, she was like, "Hey, I talked to my dad about you, or not her dad, but my dad. I talked to your dad about you not wanting to go to Virginia and see David and Angie." And then I'm just like, because I knew what was about to happen wasn't gonna go down well. Like, I was actually dreading that from back when they first mentioned about it back in August of 2018. Anyway, I was like, oh gosh. And then my mom was like, no, just listen to me. Your dad said that families are supposed to do things together, or something stupid like that. And then I was like telling her, just because we're family, that doesn't mean we have to do everything together. And we were just arguing back and forth about it. She also said something like, as long as you live under this roof, you will do what we say. Even 10-year-olds understand that families should do things together. And I can remember just crying, I was trying to hold in the tears because I didn't want to cry in front of her, But I just couldn't help it. My mom was getting me in a really, really bad mood. But yeah, I can't remember exactly what we said to each other and the order, but I just remember bits and pieces of it. I just remember my mom yelling at me and giving me stupid excuses about why I should go. And I can just remember just crying and being pissed off. I always hated when parents use excuses like that, oh, we're family, we should have to do everything together, or, oh, you live under the same roof, we're gonna abuse our power, or, oh, even 10-year-olds understand, da 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 da. You do realize that that's not the only opportunity to go and do things together. There are other opportunities. Now, don't force your kids don't drag your kids halfway across the country against their will, because they're gonna be miserable, and then they're gonna make you miserable. I can understand, let's say you have a family reunion going on, and it's only a few hours away, that I get, making your kids go whether you like it or not, but dragging your kids halfway across the country just to see your friends, not their friends, but these are your friends, it's gonna be a waste of their time, and then they're gonna make you miserable because they're not gonna want to go, and then they're gonna and they're not going to enjoy themselves, and they're going to grumble and complain the whole time. So yeah, people gotta look at the big picture. People can't just say, oh, since these are my kids, I should make them go with me on this road trip. Please, look at the bigger picture and take things into consideration. But anyway, yeah, me and my mom were just arguing back and forth about it, and when she used those, and I actually tried to back myself up on one of her excuses. I was like, just because we live under the same roof or we're family, that doesn't mean you guys should force me to do things. And then my mom was like, yeah, it does. Like, seriously? And then she was also like, even 10-year-olds understand that. And I so fucking bad wanted to just be like, well, I'm not 10, am I? I'm 18. Because I was 18 at the time. I'm 21 now, but at the time I was 18, almost 19. So yeah, I wanted to tell her that I was almost that I'm an adult and I should be able to make my own decisions, but I didn't even bother because I knew it would just make things worse and worse and worse. So I just left and just, I don't know. I remember going to sleep after that, but I was still stressed out about it when I woke back up. Thankfully, that night we went to Big Sam's for dinner, and that kind of cheered me up a little bit, but I don't know, I was still just stressed out. You see, guys, when something bad happens to me, like when something happens like that, I have a hard time getting it out of my head, and it can ruin my day. And like I said, like I was actually dreading and worried that something like that would happen. Like ever since my dad first mentioned about it, about going to Virginia back in June 2000, or not June, August 2018, from that point on, I was just worried about being forced to go and talking to my parents about it. So I held off on talking to them. I forgot when I finally summoned the courage to talk to my mom. I forgot. But yeah, like, ever since that time, like, I knew the argument was coming. I wasn't sure when, but I knew. And then all of a sudden one morning in May of 2017, boom, it happens. Are there any other reasons why I hate long road trips? That's about it. Like I said, like, you know, I can handle like somewhat long ones, like 8-hour ones, like I just came back from, but like out of state ones, you know, that's not something you should fucking force your children to go on. You're even even if especially if they are adults and can make their own decisions. It's one thing to make your kids go on a 8-hour road trip to grandma's, but it's quite another to drag them across the freaking country against their will. That's some people just aren't cut out for that, whether they're driving or not, and people need to respect that. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say. Oh, okay. Oh, one more thing. Like I said, on my trip to Florida, don't get me wrong, I did go on some fun rides and stuff, but at the same time, it was just it was miserable because the rides were too overwhelming for me, and yeah, I actually, I've tried it once, because I'm not just assuming that I don't like these lengthy road trips. I've been on one, so I know what it's like. And like I said, some people just aren't cut out for it, and my parents need to respect that. I am hoping and praying to God himself that I won't have to go to California. I'm hoping I can, later on down the road when my dad plans the trip, I'm hoping that I can, stay home by myself, or, because I have family, I have family that can help, So, yeah, there's nothing else much to say in this video, so I'm just gonna end it here. Bye, guys.